My name's Gavin. I'll be your MC for tonight. Can we have a round of applause for Alex and Riley and the parents of the bride and groom, please? Can I just start? I've got a speech here, but can I just start by saying that was amazing and so beautiful. You look so beautiful. You're perfect. As the original celebrant, Natalie couldn't be here tonight. And I must say that I'm not a celebrant, believe it or not. Brackets, gasps from the audience. Quentin and Laura have already signed their official documents, but they are honored that you are all here tonight for their public declaration of love. I must first warn you that having seen the preparation backstage for this wedding ceremony, this is going to be a wedding like no other, but I'm sure you already know that after the beginning. As a teacher myself, I must also warn you that at the end of this wedding, you will be tested. So you need to listen to everything. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not. Quentin's got a test for you at the very end. Now, I've known Laura and Quentin for several years. We used to be neighbors, and we share a love of cats. As a teacher myself, I respect the happy couple a great deal. They are patient, kind, generous, and really, really generous with their time, as you probably know. They always greet you with a smile and will happily help wherever they can. I've been building schools in the Himalayas for a few years now, and a couple of years ago, Laura approached me with some blankets made by her nonna's auntie. Now, she isn't here today, but those blankets are sitting in a school in the Himalayas, warming the bottoms of some 5-year-old children who are ultimately freezing in their classes. And it's that kind of generosity and kindness that makes me so fond of both of these wonderful people here. Now, in a funny turn of events this week, I was not actually supposed to be coming to this wedding. I was going to Tasmania, but the COVID hit and I was restricted on my movements. So as I sat in a cafe in the Blue Mountains, I received a text from Laura saying, "Hey, because of the restrictions, do you think you can come to our wedding now?" I said, "Great, I'd love to. I'm so glad you thought of me." She then carried on with, "Can I ask a favor?" I said, "Of course you can, go ahead." She said, "Would you be the MC at our wedding?" I said, "Oh, I'd be honored." She said, "Can I ask another favor? Would you be the celebrant at our wedding?" At that point, I nearly had a heart attack, but here we are. Now, Natalie, the first choice, I put first choice for a joke. Celebrant lives in Melbourne and unfortunately couldn't be here. But as Quentin and Laura worked with her so hard on the ceremony, we've got a few words on video from her, so I'll just step to one side and let you view the video.
Welcome. Welcome, mothers and fathers. Welcome, grandmothers and grandfathers, both past and present. Welcome, sons and daughters. Welcome, friends and lovers. Maria and Mario Kaloya, Vivian McKay and Morteza Abdullahi. Your children love and honor you. Chris, your sister and new brother-in-law, love you. It is a blessing and an honor to be part of this ceremony. Laura and Quentin, you called to us, and those of us who could be with you came with joy and love to honor and celebrate you both, to witness this momentous day. Today, Laura and Quentin will speak their vows to all of those who are present to hear them. Today we come together to witness and to celebrate the fullness of their love. Today we support and embrace them to become part of a new community, a community that will hold this day for them always. We honor the courage it takes to open your hearts unconditionally to each other and to allow us to witness it. It is fitting that today we weave the next piece of their exotic and magnificent tapestry, which has its origins in North Virginia, Iran, Campania, Grotteria, and Rooty Hill. Laura and Quentin, you have graciously and generously shared your thoughts and stories with me. I am Natalie Gamzu, a celebrant and a friend of Laura and Quentin, and I am one voice for the many who know and love you. Who would have guessed that this vibrant, passionate, creative, warm woman that I met at AIM would one day be living in Glebe, running her studio, making music, teaching kids, well, probably everyone. She was always that creative, generous, artistic soul. Who would have guessed that this gorgeous, music-filled man would feel the pull to create a new home in shiny Sydney, Australia, via Edinburgh and the US? Probably his mother, who is Australian by birth, and introduced him to this land. Carrying with them the threads of their past and the threads of their families, they found each other at the Australian Institute of Music in Sydney on the 13th of February, lucky number 13, at a 9 a.m. drama class. Quentin walked in wearing a maroon shirt, which of course Laura noticed. Laura was taken with his politeness and directness, and later his kindness and sensitivity. Quentin loved Laura's warmth and generosity. She lovingly shared her apple with him when he was hungry. That's Laura, happy to give whatever and wherever she can. Slowly they began spending more time together, sharing their stories, performing together, feeling that undeniable alchemical magic of their beings intertwining, the excitement of truly meeting each other. Their love for each other is palpable and tender. In the words of Stephanie Perkins, for the two of us, home isn't a place, it is a person, and we are finally home. Laura loves Quentin because of how honest he is. She said, "He is so smart, and I love that. He lives with a free spirit and an open mind. I trust and respect him. He always wants the best for me. Everything in my life just made sense when he came along. He makes me feel like I'm flying." Quentin said he loves Laura because she's okay, I guess. But seriously, he said, she is generous and loving, humorous and witty, loving cat mama, industrious boss, best friend and sexy girlfriend. She's more than just my other half. She's part of my half as well. So Laura and Quentin, as you stand here today before your family and your friends, I know that it is your deepest wish that this commitment and love will last for your lifetimes. And thus, it is now time to make this vow in front of all of us. I will say goodbye to you all. I wish I could be there, but I joyfully hand the rest of the ceremony over to Gavin, who will guide the vows and the exchange of rings with so much love. Over to you, Gavin.
Thank you, Natalie. So, Laura and Quentin, as you stand here today before your family and your friends, it is your deepest wish that this commitment and love will last for your lifetimes. Are you ready to make the vow in front of everyone present here today?
Yes. I am.
Laura, you take Quentin to be your husband. Will you love him, comfort him, respect him, and make him laugh as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Quentin, you take Laura to be your wife. Will you love her, comfort her, respect her, and make her laugh for as long as you shall live?
I do.
Thank you. Now for the asking. I invite Alex and Riley to come forward with the rings, please.
And if I could have my unofficial bridesmaid to come and help me too. Thank you.
Laura and Quentin, please face each other and take each other's hands palms up so you may see the gift that they are to you. These are the hands that will hold you and love you and work alongside yours as together you build your future and share your innermost secrets and dreams. Quentin, please repeat after me. Laura, with this ring, I wed you.
Laura, with this ring, I wed you. Fits. That's it. Nice.
Laura, repeat after me. Quentin, with this ring, I wed you.
Quentin, with this ring, I wed you.
Fits as well.
Let these rings be the symbol of your love. May you wear these rings always with love, pride, and happiness. You may now exchange your vows. Laura.
I, Laura, take you, Quentin, to be my wedded husband. Through our better times and our worst times, we are always there to lift each other up without judgment or expectation and to inspire each other to be the best people we can be. We have been through the richer and the poorer times, and we know that it doesn't change how much we love each other or how much fun we have. We have been through plenty of sickness in between our health, and we know that, well, it has created some of our fondest memories and strengthened our relationship deeper. Not only do I promise to love and cherish you till the end of our days, but beyond that, for eternity, do I promise to hold you as my person, the person who makes me make sense, my best friend, my end goal, the person I do not exist without, my Bebo. I promise to love and cherish you for all of eternity.
I go now. How do I not hug you after that? Sorry, there's no way I could memorize mine. Oh, honey. We may be at our wedding and making things official today, but in my mind, and I think in yours, we've been married for a very long time. I've said it before, but there was a moment somewhere about 8 years ago when it dawned on me that we weren't just boyfriend and girlfriend, or even a couple in a long-term relationship anymore, that our separate paths through life and even our separate selves had in some strange metaphysical way become one. That if you were happy, then I was happy, and if you were sad, then I was sad. That my life was inextricably intertwined with yours. And the most important thing for me was that the feeling wasn't, oh God, this is too much, and I'm in too deep. It was, cool. And since that day, we've only gotten stronger. I came across a quote a few weeks ago that I've been tossing around in my head. The quote said, "Love is not a feeling, it's a commitment." And I don't really agree with that, to be honest. It's definitely a feeling as well. But I've been resistant to the second half of that sentiment, the commitment part, my entire life. Marriage always seemed scary and, no offense to anyone here, unnecessary. To me, I've always been drawn to the idea of two people voluntarily choosing to hold hands as they go through life without any artificial contract in place, chasing each other every day, even though you're already together. But I guess today is the day I'm ready and happy and overjoyed to accept the responsibility of the second half, the commitment. And to me, that word commitment means no matter what. God, I'm shaking. No matter what, I vow to always pick you up when you're down, to nurture your goals and your ambitions, to support you through misfortune and to celebrate your triumphs. I vow to show you every day that I know exactly how lucky I am to have you in my life. I've loved you for the last 12 years. I love you more than ever right now. And no matter what, I will always love you forever until my last breath.
Tissues for everyone. Round of applause. There's vows and there's those vows. Thank you for sharing these lovely words with each other and the congregation here today. And it's with great joy before your parents, your family, and your friends that I can now able to pronounce you husband and wife, wife and husband. You may now kiss each other, but no tongues. Okay, that concludes the ceremony, but not the celebration.